now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
You might forget some of the homeboys that you was locked up with. You might even forget some of the female staff that used to come to work. And I know a whole lot of female staff that used to come to work, and they used to give me that eye like they want to give me a try, man. Yeah, but it's a few things, man, that you won't forget. And some of those things will be a passing. For instance, I was in juvenile hall, man, and the staff came to my door, gave me a phone call. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, man, it's cool, man, because you had to use that pay phone, and then the dudes who used to clean up, they was like porters, they used to get to use the free phone. You know, we juvenile hall, we kids. So I'm thinking like, yeah, man, I got a call, man. I feel to go call one of my little young hood rats. But man, it was a call. They told me specifically to call my mother. When I called my mother, man, she gave me the news that my grandma passed away, and that was the first time I felt, you know what I'm saying, a heartbreak, man. You'll never, ever forget that. And those things right there make you think as time go by, like, man, if I would have just been doing what I was supposed to do, not living that life, man, I would have been free when this stuff happened. Another phone call, man, I was locked up in Ironwood State Prison. And I just had a squabble that day. I had a squabble that day, and I went back to my cell, man, and I got another phone call. I had to report to the program office. I'm thinking it's because the squabble that I had earlier that day in the kitchen. But it was Captain Howell, man. He was the captain at the prison, and he was a cool dude, Rastafarian dude, smoked that bud, all that, man. And he gave me that phone call. And I got that call that my brother passed away, man. And man, them calls like that, man. I tell you, it's no pain that you can feel when you incarcerated. Another time, my auntie passed away. I got that call like a month to being released, man. I lost a cousin. I lost a lot of family members being incarcerated, but I never got a chance to go to the funerals. I've never got a chance to go to a funeral. For some reason, I didn't get that type of action, man. So yeah, man, we're gonna get to Eddie Boy page, man. Eddie Boy got a clipping up, man, that say Big U have been given permission to attend Baby U's funeral, which is his son. That's a good thing, man. Now, I don't know what that man is feeling up in there. I don't know what his family is feeling up in there. I know a lot of people ran content on this, man, but we're gonna get to Eddie Boy page and see what he got to say. He have a similar story as well, man. But before we do that, y'all already know the routine, man. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to the content. All right, man, let's get to Eddie Boy page and see what's going on, man. Let's go.
Assalamu alaikum, people. Well, who say things can't happen? Who say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can't make things happen? And I think the brother Big U should be grateful that they're letting him go to his son's funeral.
Exactly. Definitely got to be grateful, man. You got to be grateful because a lot of people didn't get to make them funeral. I know I didn't. I don't know why, but I couldn't make it. They wouldn't let me go. You know, I don't know if my folks wanted me to see that, and they told me anything just to keep me from asking them. Maybe, you know, they didn't want me to see that, you know, go back and, you know, mess mine off. I was younger, but you're a little older, so you probably could deal with this a little different than I probably would have. You know, I probably would have came back and caught a license, man, just because you emotional. You're going to be in your emotions. Somebody say the wrong thing, trigger you, you liable to, you know, run some still up in him, man. Let's get back to this.
And, you know, it's always a alhamdulillah for that. And the reason I say that is because is that when you lose somebody behind them walls, especially a child or brother or something like that, you guys don't know how that shit feel, man. That hit different.
Cold.
And I'm gonna tell you why it hit different. My little brother, may Allah be pleased with that brother. May Allah grant that man the Jannah. I caught my case in 1991, in December 26, 1991, and my little brother was living with me. My baby brother was living with me. He was living nowhere near the section or anything like that. But when I got caught up, he had to move back over there with moms over there on 10th Avenue. So my little brother was at work at Quick and Split over there on Crenshaw and Slauson, right there where Nip got killed at. My brother got killed right there in that same parking lot. It seemed like the same exact spot. And that shit ate at me so much because I figured that if I would have never left, he would have never been over there.
All right. Now, y'all heard what he just said. He said, if I would have never left, my folks wouldn't have been over there. This happened to a lot of us when we go to these jailhouses and we leave our loved ones behind, especially our little brothers and, you know, your kids and stuff like that. You leave them out here for everybody to get a hold, for the world to get a hold to them. You know, maybe your influence or your presence being around them could save them. You know, your guidance could save them. Hey, man, don't go over there, man. You know, it's cracking over there. He might didn't have that intel that he had like his brother had. You know what I'm saying? When it's hot in the hood, hey, don't go over there right now. It's kind of hot. Somebody just got laid down last night. You don't want to be in that section. You know, losing your brother when you locked up. Like I said, I lost my younger brother when I was incarcerated. And man, that was a cold, cold feeling. And, you know, it was told to me that, you know, I heard that little bro had got his size up and he was, you know, doing his thing. He, you know, what we young dudes do. And, man, he got into a wild shootout, man. And, yeah, man, he caught the bad end of the stick. But I got that phone call when I was incarcerated. You know, if I wouldn't have been incarcerated at that time, who know what my mind frame would have been like, what I would have done, you know? So everything happened for a reason, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We all got to leave here one day, man. Let's get back to this.
Because, you know, I was living in Westchester at that time. He was going to Westchester High School and stuff like that. So my point being is this. You guys don't know, can't even phantom how that stuff feels. You know, I can't even phantom that either, especially losing a child, but I can phantom losing a loved one, you know, and I wasn't privy to going to the funeral. But they finna let the brother Big U out. He has stipulations on his case. Yes, I do have the paperwork. You know me, I have the work. He cannot have no interaction with none of his co-defendants, have no interaction with no potential witnesses or anything like that, but he get to see his family.
That's the most important part. Get to see your family. I wouldn't want to talk to nobody. You know, I wouldn't want to talk to nobody unless it's my mom or, you know, close family like that. I'm going here, you know, to pay my respect to my kid. Everybody else, I really don't, you know, got no rap for, especially if y'all calling yourselves street members. And y'all know the rest. I don't have to even go there. But, you know, I wouldn't want to speak to nobody but my immediate family, man. What do y'all think? Anybody in my comment section, have you been incarcerated and lost a family member? How did that affect you? How did you feel? Because I don't think being incarcerated and losing a family member on the streets, it's the pain is still pain. And I don't think it's any difference when you lose a loved one. When you lose a loved one, I think it's the same as if you was on the streets or if you was in jail. A death is a death. But being up in there, you know, you feel it some more because you haven't seen your folks in a while. You incarcerated, especially if they haven't seen you. So the people on the streets that's seeing that family member every day, you know, they gonna feel different than maybe how you would feel because you probably seen them 5 years ago when you got locked up. Them family members on the streets see this individual every single day. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back to this, though.
And basically, you know, a lot of other individuals he can see, and dudes who haven't seen him, you know, it's always a alhamdulillah for that the brother man get to go see his family, you know, the son sent off in a proper manner. And like I said, man, it's like I tell dudes all the time, man, the children doesn't have nothing to do with the sins of the parents. And I hope everybody understand that. You know, because some dudes be acting stupid, talking stupid and all that type of stuff. And dudes be like, man, why you defending Big U, man? I'm not defending that brother like that, brother. There's a fine line. There's a demarcation line you just don't cross when you're dealing with family, bro.
Exactly. And if you feel some type of way about somebody. Like they say, man, why you taking up for him? If you feel like that man did, what type of man walks around here harboring feelings in his emotions, emotional? You see what I'm saying? About another man and what he did. If you didn't do nothing to him, and if you go to jail right now, no, you ain't gonna do nothing to him, then why should that matter to you, man? You know, why should that matter to you? If you got a problem with somebody, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to get on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get on the phone. Hey, what's up, homie? I noticed you've been moving kind of funny. Is it a problem with us, homie? Especially we supposed to be homeboy. Like, what's the issue? Because if it's a problem, we can go ahead and knock that out the way. Right now, we ain't got to do no plan, no waiting, all that old funny ass shit, acting like you don't see me and all this old weirdo shit. Nah, nigga, let's go ahead to the back and get this on up out the way real quick. Or if it's that serious, you know, just stay out my way, I'll stay out your way. But I'm not gonna run around here and tell other homies about a homie. I niggas bitch ass thing. I ain't finna do all that. If I got a problem with you, homie, I'm gonna give you that call. Hey, what's happening? Let's go handle that, man. It seems like, first of all, is it a problem? Yeah, it's a problem, nigga. Well, cuz, let's go ahead and get that out the way. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. We ain't gotta even do all this old fakeness, man. Let's get that out of the way. It's a cold game out here now, man.
You know, that man has a family. That man had kids and ain't got nothing to do with everything he had going on, bro.
Right.
So, and dudes need to understand that on his highest level.
Right.
So, you know, they're letting him out. We're gonna see what goes on. We're gonna see what transpires. From a law we come, from a law we shall return. And on that note, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum.
All right, man. That's Eddie Boy. Let me take y'all over here to Eddie Boy page, man. I'm pretty sure he's going to be keeping up with all this stuff. He's going to be going to the court dates when they go to trial. So you guys go over and check out his content. He definitely been keeping up on what's been going on in his section. So y'all go over there and check out Eddie Boy page, man. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that he's blessed to even be able to leave and go see his son? You know, with him having that type of ranking, you know what I'm saying, being highly respected on the streets, do you think they made the right decision? Man, let's let him out, because we don't want nothing to happen to nobody up in here. You don't know how them people think. Those people probably thinking that they thinking the worst of you. They not thinking, you know, saint up in there. They thinking the worst of you. So they hoping that you tear something up. That's what they hoping. They get that hazardous pay. They make more money when the inmates crash out. And the goon squad's got to come up in there, tear everything up. They lock the facility down for a month. They get paid hazardous pay, extra pay. They love it when something happen up in them joints. That's why they be setting a lot of that stuff up. Some of them COs will unlock your door, unlock his door, knowing they don't get along, knowing they enemies, let them clash, let a group of them clash, lock the building, especially around Christmas. I know it's a whole lot of prisons right now locked down for Thanksgiving. Or they about to lock them down. They gonna start something or something for to happen. They are banking on it so they get that extra holiday pay, that extra cash. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section, man. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.